Hey everybody, welcome back to another Versus episode presented by BP Fun. I'm Captain Zeus. That there is Lucky, and we have a very interesting matchup for you. In case you didn't know, Daredevil Born Again has begun filming. We've heard a lot of news and speculation for returning characters such as Murdoch, Nelson, Paige, the iconic trio, Kingpin, the Punisher, and a very iconic villain that we saw in season 3 of Daredevil, the Netflix series, Bullseye. And so in this video, today's matchup, we're going to be doing Deadshot versus Bullseye, a battle of guys who can't miss. For those of you that have never seen one of these videos, Versus is basically just a matchup series where we take two characters either from the same universe or just two random universes that we think would be doing pretty good in a fight or some type of matchup, and then we debate on who we think would win, and then at the end you guys let us know who you think would win after our arguments. I'm taking the stance of Deadshot. Lucky there's going to be taking the stance of Bullseye, and to start this off with such a legendary introduction, I will give it to Lucky to see how well he does on this here debate.
Thank you once again for having me on. I'm taking the stance of Bullseye, as you said. Let's just get right into it, okay? Bullseye, he is the 20th ranked villain on IGN's top 100 comic book villains of all time. He has an adamantium skeleton that was done by the creator of. I mean, this isn't Wolverine where his healing powers had to come in and save him. He was done by the guy who created it perfectly, down to the very herb that it takes for your body to not shut down during the surgery. Also, we do know about Bullseye. He is a skilled marksman. He uses mainly shurikens. Shurikens is one of the things he's very well known for, but he's also skilled at karate. He's a master black belt in karate. He's good with rifles and guns. He also is good with pencils, throwing cards, and toothpicks. Some of his feats include throwing a toothpick through a person's skull from 100 yards away. He also is known for being able to spit a tooth out and cracking the person's skull in front of him. The one thing about Bullseye is also he has an obsession with getting to know who he is going up against. As you've known throughout Daredevil's comics and shows, he's very well versed at learning who he's going up against, and he takes that into the fight with him. So oftentimes what you'll see him do is he'll watch whoever he's tracking, whoever he's hunting, and he'll base his fighting style off of the way that they move, and he'll time everything according to it. So that's kind of my stance with Bullseye. That's who he is as a villain. He's known for the Dark Avengers. He's been in Thunderbolts. He has an obsession with Elektra. He loves Elektra. He loves him some Elektra on a different level. He also is a Punisher villain. For those of you who don't know, he's a Punisher and Daredevil villain. He has both of those guys coming at him at all times, and he always holds it down. That's what he does. He's great in hand-to-hand. He's great at marksmanship. He does not miss.
What a way to end that their viewpoint, if you will. I mean, I'm not even gonna say anything there was factual. I'm sure some things were true, like his obsession with Elektra, which I can't blame him. But the one person who actually is known for never missing is Deadshot. Be honest, this man is way more skilled than Bullseye. He has gone toe-to-toe with the likes of Batman and Deathstroke to the point of it being a standstill. This man has shot an apple off of Captain Boomerang's head with his eyes closed, okay? He literally grazed Enchantress's skull with a bullet just because he was told not to kill her, to take her down non-lethally. This man's super skilled with a sniper rifle and the twin machine guns on both of his gauntlets. He has a variety of martial arts skills that he's very known for, as well as explosives. He's very good demolition expert. I mean, this guy is just absolutely he's built different. Like, he knows all of the weak spots and pressure points on a human body. I don't think Bullseye knows that. I mean, he also, like I said earlier, in terms of martial arts and skills, he knows karate, jiu-jitsu, boxing, Krav Maga, and Muay Thai. That's a lot to know. That's enough to make you a Batman villain, which, if you're a Batman villain, unless you're Kite Man, you're not to be taken lightly, all right? And to go toe-to-toe with Deathstroke is no easy thing to do. Deathstroke is one of the biggest villains in the DC universe, not just for Batman, but just in general, all right? This guy is so good, he can make his bullets ricochet off of any surface, bounce off of anything. He is known to be a very top-tier assassin for a reason. The point is, the real person that never misses is Deadshot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I applaud you, Zeus, but really all you're giving me there is a semi kind of lukewarm version of Punisher, is what you're telling me. Now, credit to Deadshot for being a good little Batman villain, okay? But here's the thing. It goes back to what I said, Zeus. Adamantium skull, adamantium skeleton. So when we're talking about these bullets. One thing that I'm sure most comic book enjoyers know is Wolverine, Adamantium. How does he take bullets? Pretty well. Bullseye is in there as well. Not enough people are talking about how well Bullseye will know Deadshot before they even meet. Before they even meet, he will have the full file on Deadshot. And you know something about Bullseye, Zeus? Can I let you in on a little secret?
Do tell.
Nobody knows his last name. Nobody knows him. All you know is he is a psychotic killer. That's all you know. When you're faced with that, you have one or two options. You can either overplan or you can take him lightly. Now, Deadshot does have some confidence to him, as does Bullseye, right? These are two great marksmen. So my one point to you, Zeus, is if you underestimate somebody like Bullseye, there's a toothpick waiting for you 100 yards away. That's all I'm gonna say, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a toothpick waiting for you.
Man, that was a nice ramble of absolutely nothing that you just gave there. I mean, there wasn't a single point in there except just rehashing what you already said. If we're going to talk about obsessions, congrats, I guess. That's just cool to be a stalker. Batman's dealt with stalkers before. There's plenty of stalkers in both universes, so it doesn't exactly make Bullseye any special. In fact, Bullseye is the copycat version of Deadshot. If Deadshot came out in 1950, whereas Bullseye came out in 1976, I believe. So really, all it is the OG up against the wishlist version of himself. I mean, that's wild. Also, sure, he has an adamantite skull, but there's more than one way to kill someone with an indestructible skull. You just shoot them through the eye. The brain's still hiding in there, alright? Even if he doesn't get to the skull, like through the brain through the skull, he can still get you through the crevice of your freaking rib cage, or even through your collarbone and just explode your heart. I mean, again, this man doesn't miss. See, this is how you bring in points of discussion into this conversation. I mean, it's alright, you have to defend Bullseye. That's really tough to do in this type of environment. I totally understand.
Environment. Let's go to the panel, Zeus. Let's go to the panel. What do you guys think? Who wins this matchup? We got Bullseye versus. Go ahead, Zeus. Who's you got? Who is he?
I mean, the legendary Deadshot who doesn't miss.
I wonder what he was ranked on IGN's top 100.
You know what, guys? Let us know in the comments below, just like Lucky said, who you think would win in this matchup here. And what do you guys want to see us do a matchup on next? Because honestly, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of really good ones out there. I'm Captain Zeus. There's Lucky, and we'll catch you guys later. See ya.